All right, hey guys. Today the topic of interest is how to make somebody commit to you. So I got a question from a girl who was saying that she's been talking to this guy for a while. They've been hanging out, but their situation has not been labeled yet. So there's no label on it. She wants a relationship, and she wants him to give him that. Give. She wants her. He wants him. What am I saying? She wants him to give him that, but she doesn't want to stay it and scare him away. So she's like, "What do I do? How do I get him to commit to me?" So I've got an answer for you. So this is the answer. How do you get someone to commit to you? This is what you do. You must understand this quote, and the quote says this is that if you love somebody in such a way that they feel free, more often than not, they will stay. Okay, love somebody in such a way that they feel free, more often than not, they will stay. So it's not about you trying to control him or anything like that, but it's making him feel free. So this is what you do. When you go up to him and you say, "Oh, hey baby, where is this going?" And then he more often than not he'll be like, "What do you mean?" And then you say, "I really like what we're doing here, but what I really want is I want a relationship. That's what I'm really looking for." Yada yada yada. Um, and more often than not, one or two things is gonna happen, right? One, he'll be like, "Yeah, cool, let's get in a relationship," and that's fine. Or two, he'll say something like, he'll be like, well, I kind of like the way it's going right now. Let's just see where it goes." Or he'll say that or straight up say that he's not ready for a relationship or doesn't want a relationship. So if you get one of the liar answers that he doesn't want a relationship or says, "Let's just see where this goes," you say this to him, and you say it calmly. You don't go angry, don't go crazy. You just say this to him. You say, "Okay, well, I don't want to force you into doing something that you don't want to do, but what I'm after is I really want a relationship. So I think it's best that we stop seeing each other. And you know what? When you are ready for a relationship, please hit me up. And if I'm still single, we can see where we can go with it." Okay? You say it like that, and then you politely walk away. Right? So you don't go crazy, you don't go yelling, you politely walk away. Right? And this is the thing, right? A true sign that somebody's committed to what they want is that they are able and willing to walk away from what they don't want, if that makes sense. So I was watching a video on P. Diddy, and he was talking about how he makes some of the best business deals, and he was saying that he never settles for less than what he believes he is worth, okay, or less than what he wants. So he could be going into a business deal, and he could be like, "Oh, if you want my services, I want 130 mil." And the person that he's doing the deal with could be like, "Nah, P. Diddy, we'll give you 129. And P. Diddy will be like, "Hey, I'm out. Yeah, no thank you." And he'll politely walk away from the table. He'll be like, "All right." He's willing to walk away from what he doesn't want. And this is the thing. Many of us don't have a one because we're too afraid to walk away from what we don't want. We're too afraid to lose people. And this is the thing, right? When you're willing to walk away from people and you really rate yourself, more often than not, the people who you're interacting with, if they really rate you, will give you what you want. They'll give you what you want, right? It comes from that power of mind of being willing to walk away, being willing to lose people. See, because the thing is, you can't make somebody stay. You can't make somebody give you what you want. You can't make them do that, right? They only do that if they really want to be with you. Which is why I was saying the true sign of that someone is committed to a goal is that they're willing to walk away from what they don't want. So walk away, right? So you don't go crazy, you don't go yelling, no passive aggressive behavior. You walk away, right? So after you've walked away, um, this is what you do. More often than not, they will test you. So they'll test you. So they hit you up again. And when they do that, you now begin to treat them like any other person who hasn't got a massive investment in you or any other person you haven't made a massive investment with. So you're polite, you're kind, but you no longer give them the relationship benefits. You no longer go on those long dates. You no longer spend all your time on the phone talking to them. You don't do that anymore. You keep it moving. So you're polite. You're like, "Hey, great to hear from you. Hope you're well, yada, yada, yada." And then you cut the conversation short. No more of that pally behavior, and you go on and you move on. Now, the key thing here is that when you walked away from the person, you said this to them. You said you let them know that you really rate them. Um, Man, I was going somewhere with this. Right, yeah. Key point is you let them know that you rate them when you said that. When you're ready to give me what I want, or when you're ready to be in a relationship, don't be afraid to hit me up. And the key word is this. And if I'm still single, we'll see where this goes. So you let them know that you have options, okay? So you treat them like any other way. And more often than not, if they really rate you, they will come back and they'll give you what you want. And that's how the cookie crumbles. So once again, quick summary. Let's go over this again. So one, you stay what you want. If they're not giving you what you want, you politely walk away. You don't go crazy. No passive aggressive behavior. No indirects. None of that. Right? You politely walk away. And then the next phase, you treat them like any other normal person. Any other normal person who you have very little investment with. and then yeah, and then it ends there. You start talking to other people. If they rate you, they'll come back. If they're not, they won't commit to you. So that's the video of the day. I hope that has made sense. I love you. Goodbye.